So I think Bitcoin is definitely going down a ways yet. I think it's turning from gold into mud like a lot of other altcoins. And I mean, it's getting its ass kicked by its own philosophy. It wants the free market to decide which coin is going to win, and the free market's saying, get your money out of Bitcoin now. It's like, you know what happened yesterday? New high for Ethereum. You know what happened today? New high for Ethereum. You know what's going to happen tomorrow? New high for Ethereum. I mean, get out of Bitcoin while the getting's good. Buy more shares of Ethereum. And I mean, if you want to make money, do that. Or if you don't want to lose money, I would say pull out of Bitcoin now. And like the saying goes, at any given moment, you're the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be. I mean, that's the price with Ethereum. Like, I think anytime you look at it for a while into the future, it's going to be the highest it's ever been, and it's going to be the lowest it's ever going to be. So, I mean, I just made a video a couple days ago, and I said it's easy to jump from Bitcoin into Ethereum. If you're already familiar with cryptos and you can make a wallet, it's not that hard to diversify. And then, I mean, one click, you can hop from your Bitcoin funds, turn them, convert them into Ethereum, and get out in a second. And yeah, I think people are dumping them like mad and probably doing exactly that. I mean, not even 30 hours ago or whenever I made like my last video, it was like Bitcoin was like $1,100, and I said, it's kind of going down, Ethereum's going up, and with a click of a button, major holders can just dump it instantly. The price can tank, and the price is tanking. I think too, I mean, yeah, Bitcoin, well, they could do a fork, or they could SegWit, or this or that. Why would I ever put money back into Bitcoin? It's a bloated whatever, and I mean, other currencies are doing what Bitcoin can do, and they're doing it better. It's like, why would I put my money, why would I pull it out of any given other altcoin that can do what Bitcoin's doing better? Why would I take that funding and put it back into Bitcoin? I wouldn't. I don't know if Bitcoin's going to go back up unless, like, if it gets some kind of ETF or something, and it's the only thing that can be publicly traded. But that would just be a temporary lock-in too. I mean, it might go up more, but I think it's getting its place taken. And with the case of some of these rivals to Bitcoin, I mean, just like Bitcoin, it's like, well, they're little now, but I think they're going to take over. When Bitcoin gets attention, it seems what's good for Bitcoin is good for Ethereum and other cryptos. But what's bad for Bitcoin is good for other cryptos. I mean, Bitcoin just is in a bad position moving into the future. I mean, it had the first mover advantage and the name recognition. It's like now it doesn't anymore. I mean, why would I pull money from Ethereum going up, holding value, and put it into a bogged down Bitcoin system? I mean, if Bitcoin's the lion and Ethereum's a shark, it's like, well, I think the lion just like stepped on the rancor pit door or something, and it just fell in a James Bond pit of sharks, and it's dying a death of 1,000 bites. It's like one little nibble at a time. It's like, I think it's gonna get taken down. And the markets figure this out faster now. Say if Ethereum was Bitcoin even a year ago, after that ETF when Ethereum went up. Say it was Bitcoin a year ago. It would have been like 1750, 1650, 40, 30, and a week later figure out 25. It's like now even with Bitcoin, I mean, it's tighter. Like the markets figure this out. Ethereum just went like 1750, 1760, 18, 20, 22, 26, 28, 30s, 40s. It went a little high into 50 for a second there, right back down a little bit into the 40s. And that happened fast. That was like a day or two. And like now it's holding at 40 and now slowly creeping up. I mean, if that were Bitcoin like a year ago, just to figure out that fluctuation pattern, I mean, that would have taken like a month. You could, like, if you were watching it day by day just to see the price index, I mean, it would be like a week trend of like it's going up, now it's going down, now it's going up, now it's going. And again, generally it trended up, obviously, but the patterns now, I think, are established and like a price is hit upon more quickly. And I mean, that's happening with Ethereum now. It's like bail the Bitcoin boat and like get on the last raft because it's pouring into Ethereum like as we speak. And like if you bought Bitcoin at $1,100 or $1,200, I mean, I think you lost money. And like if it's going back to those levels, I mean, if you were the poor dude that bought at like 1,200, I think you're going to have to wait a long time to regain that, short of a major development. Again, put it on the stock market, it'll probably go to like 20,000 a Bitcoin or something. Who knows? I don't know. But I don't see that happening. I do not see that happening. I think a lot of money is going to pour into Ethereum, and I don't know. I don't know what the future is, but I saw one dude's video, and again, he was pretty optimistic. If you want to believe that, great. If you think it's going to tank, fine. I don't care. But I don't think it's outrageous to think Ethereum could go to $250 per Ether. Like, I don't think that's that far out of the ballpark. I mean, it's going up. I think there's more ground to be gained, and I think it will. As far as, oh, well, it's not quite as established. But yeah, they've got work to do. They do. But, I mean, again, if you don't want to lose value, it's like, I think Ethereum, I think it's a great thing to jump into now. I mean, Bitcoin's just going down by the day. I saw some other video, too, where some guy who was smarter than I was and had all this analysis and whatnot going on, but he said, like, if Bitcoin tanks below 700, it's going to be the first, like, negative to the overall trend. And if it hits 700, just say, screw it, it lost, and it's going to die. And as far as, it's like, that's a recurring thing, too, of, did you see in the news, Bitcoin died, ha 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 ha. It's like, I think this is different. I don't think it's dying. I think it's evolving. And again, as part of its own philosophy, I think it is, I mean, it's part of an evolution. It is part of a surviving technology that will move forever into the future. But I think it served its purpose. It came to life. It spawned others. And now it's getting replaced. It's like, I think, yeah, it's turning from the golden Bitcoin into the mud of an average, not $20 billion market cap anymore. Like, I think it is going down a lot. I mean, will it die? But, I mean, my garbage will outlive me by 1,000 years at a landfill or something. I mean, it's not going to die. I mean, Dogecoin. I mean, it's not going to just disappear. It will probably always exist. But if you think it's going to go massively huge and it's going to be the one coin to rule them all and it's going to $10,000 a Bitcoin, it's like, I think that's ridiculous. I mean, you can look. It's like, yeah, I mean, again, it's like, you know what happened yesterday? Bitcoin went down, it's like Ethereum went up. You know what happened today? Bitcoin went down, Ethereum went up. You know what's going to happen tomorrow? It's like, I don't think it's that hard to figure that out. I saw some video by a crypto portfolio, and he's kind of an Ethereum maximalist, but I agree with what he's saying. He's kind of an upbeat dude. I like his videos. But Russian guy, and I just thought it was funny. He's like, Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. You know what just happened? Just shows a rocket going. Like, it's cool. But I think he's right. I think the dude's right. Yeah. I think for any naysayers out there, Ethereum's going through exactly what Bitcoin did back when. And if you're saying Ethereum isn't going up, it's like saying Bitcoin wouldn't go up a long time ago. I mean, even if you don't think Ethereum's going to overtake Bitcoin, one, Bitcoin's going down steadily daily, maybe level off here, but I think this dip and growth of Ethereum and others is an indicator of the future, if nothing else. I mean, maybe Bitcoin won't die. I mean, it's not going to die tomorrow or something. But again, it's an indicator. I mean, it's been challenged. Its dominance is going down daily. I think that is the way of the future. And if you're a naysayer against that, now, the markets know too. I mean, daily highs in Ethereum. I don't think Ethereum's dropping back down. If you think I'm full of crap, do you seriously see, is Ethereum going to go down to like 17 or lower tomorrow in some epic crash? I don't think it will. I really don't think it will. I think, it's going to do exactly what Bitcoin did, maybe faster because the markets know, but it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, and it's not going back here. That's not the direction it's going, at least not for a long into the future time. And I think if you've been kicking yourself for not getting into Bitcoin earlier, I don't really worry about that. I've done just fine. Again, I just went into it to hold my value, so the fact that I made anything at all, not much, but I'm happy to have held value, and I don't really care about, I coulda, woulda, shoulda. If I kicked myself every time for everything I could have done better in the past, I'd have a pretty chapped ass. But, hey, I'm optimistic, but I think with Ethereum, it's like rebooting Bitcoin. It's like, now's your chance. You can watch it. It's taking off. It's like, if you just get some, hold it, come back in a year. I don't know what it's going to be in a year, but I bet it's not going to be lower than it is today. I bet it's not going to be 20 or 17 or 15 or back down to 8. It's like, I think it's going up. I think it's going up for a long time, and I think, I pulled almost all of my Bitcoin out and put it into Ethereum right before that ETF thing. So, again, I'm happy, do the math. One share of Bitcoin being one Bitcoin, like 1,100, that got a lot of Ethereum. So, it doesn't take much, but I don't know. I think, if you were the type to kick yourself for not getting into Bitcoin earlier, second chance, here it is. Here it is. If you don't get into Ethereum now, you're an idiot. So, then I won't even feel bad laughing at you. If it's like, I should have got into Bitcoin. Now Ethereum's market is doing exactly the same thing as Bitcoin, but, geez, I didn't get into Ethereum. Come on, it's another chance. It's another chance. Yeah, I guess that's it for now.